This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Stay tuned to find out more info. Dino Fury Season 2 has arrived in full force, and with brand new megazords, brand new weapons, and even brand new villains, this Fury is definitely Dinorific. What was that joke? And what was that train? Let's talk about it. I think that was to Tokugers calling low-key. They're kind of still jealous that they haven't gotten their own season yet. Yo, what's up everybody? It's Este here. Welcome back to the video. And today, I'll be giving you my first impressions of the Season 2 of Dino Fury. Well, at least the first half of the season. This is a brand new era for Power Rangers because this season of Dino Fury is airing exclusively on Netflix. Last season, it aired like the first half of the show on Nickelodeon show, and then sooner or later they were just putting out episodes on Netflix just like that. So but this season, full on Netflix. We got the first 11 episodes. We have the Netflix intro before it starts, and like in the theme song it even says a Netflix series. That blows my mind. But yeah, we have the first half of the season, 11 of 22 new episodes, and I'm gonna give you my little first impressions here. Little mid-season review type thing. I was gonna say we don't have like a mid-season break anymore like we did in Nickelodeon. If you don't know, on Nickelodeon they would air the first 8 episodes of the show, and they would air 9 through 22 in the later half of the year, like September until December. And so usually we would get episode 11 by October more or less, but we have it right now. It's March, but we still probably have to wait another big while of the rest of the year to get the other half of these episodes. But for now, let's just talk about these 11. Also, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen like the first 11 episodes, I'm warning you right now. In Dino Fury Season 2, Void Knight returns. If you remember last season, he was destroyed after a big explosion over at Dinohenge, but he managed to survive and return graciously, just to continue his plan of collecting more Sporix. But now that his ultimate wish is coming true, he quickly seems to regret it. And let me tell you, a few months ago, I did upload the first season review, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was on road to be one of the greatest Power Rangers series ever. There was just a lot of problems they would have to solve, and I'm glad to say that they're actually resolving these issues in Season 2. We're getting more into that in a second. Roll the intro. I see you in a minute. I don't know why I said see you in a minute when it was like, it's more like see you in 9 seconds, but hey, it's whatever. We start off Season 2 with the most epic intro scene ever. We have like the Red Ranger Zato. He's like surfing on the roof, trying to fight some Sporix. I just thought that's crazy. And it's all, you know, original footage. They didn't have to do it, you know, but they did. And I appreciate it. It's just cool stuff like that, like little tidbits of cool moments just sprinkled around Season 2, which made it a lot more enjoyable. Quickly into this season, we got the introduction of a brand new little weapon transportation device, the Dino Fury Cycle. I actually enjoyed how they introduced it. They were like, yo, we can just teleport anywhere. And I like how they use teleportation to their tricks too, because, you know, just as a monster is about to slash, and sometimes they literally just teleport like a few feet away. I think that's clever. But yeah, they talk about how bicycles are not just a means of transportation for the Rangers. They also can be a weapon as well. And they enforce this point by giving us access to the legendary Ranger database and showing little flashback. It's a little clip show type thing about other previous Ranger moments about weapons. But yeah, the Dino Fury they were at loss of weapons basically because, you know, their weapons couldn't hit. They had some Dino Chucks they introduced for an episode, got destroyed. Same episode. Did they even release a toy of that? No, I don't think so. If you're enjoying this video, give it a big old thumbs up, because who knows, 1,500 likes and I'll upload my review at the end of the year. You know I will. You don't have to hit the like goal. It's an imaginary number. I hope you hit the like button. So yeah, they were like, let's try these bikes out, and then they showed clips of, like, you know, other weapon ideas, like maybe we do a fire smasher type thing from Samurai, or like a sound based weapon from Ninja Storm. But then like, oh wait, we got bikes. You know, they showed stuff from Wild Force, it was Ninja Steel as well, and of course Mighty Morphin, which they had the first cycles, the shark cycles and whatnot. At least in this clip show, compared to when they did it in Beast Morphers, like in Beast Morphers they had like redubs. Everything was redubbed. In this case, some stuff was redubbed, some wasn't. Like in Mighty Morphin, the whole team had the original voice except for Tommy for some reason. It's a weird show. Also, something I want to add about the Dino Fury Cycle is that every scene it's in this cool like CGI, just like red themed world. I love it. Even if the Rangers are in a warehouse, they'll still pull up in this mystical red Fury Cycle world. I like Power Rangers. It's cool. They do stuff like this. Hey, but before we move on into talking more about how this season 2 is absolutely dinorific, what a weird choice of words, here's a word from our sponsor. Do you have a skill set you're trying to jumpstart and level up with this year? Well, today's sponsor, Skillshare, is the perfect place to start. Because when you have classes like graphic design, photography, and illustration, I'm sure you'll find a class just for you and with your goals and interests in mind. Join a community with over thousands of premium ad-free classes, as well as members from 150 different countries. I'm sure there's something you will find unique and that will tickle your brain in just the right way. There's even subtitles in Spanish, French, Portuguese, and German for all you international viewers out there. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, it's @NotOnFuego if you aren't already. I post a lot of fit checks and all the crazy stuff I do on a day-to-day basis. Well, if you don't know, with your smartphone, you can tell just as much as an amazing story. Let's talk about my class recommendation of the month. Video for Instagram. Tell an engaging story in less than a minute by Elise Narvaez. This class goes through all the basic tools you need to have the best IG story out there. From jump cuts, the use of slow motion effects, as well as the powers of the mighty text box. There's also some editing tips as well as class projects in there to make sure your skills are top notch. This class is also the length of a TV show, literally 28 minutes. It's an easy watch. Let me tell you this, guys, the first 1,000 eSquad members to click the link down below will get a free month trial of Skillshare to try it out today. You'll have access to the whole Skillshare library with new premium classes added quite frequently. So let's make 2022 a year of getting that new creative side hustle in with Skillshare today. Yeah, but we also get some new megazords in the way, before we get to all the story stuff. They just have to, release the toys that come along with this season. And for that, we have 2 brand new zords that have their own battle forms, and they can form different ultra zords. There's so many combinations in Dino Fury that honestly I'm lost. There's a few, how many ultra zords? I don't know. There's the Pocket Smash Zord, which I actually like that episode. Basically, it was a little tiny, it's a baby Zord in a big mama Zord. And basically, Ion thought it was the mama, but it was actually the baby. Then 2 episodes later, we got another Zord, the Terra Free Zord, which is another Zord inside a rock somewhere. But the Dino Fury necklace was the key, or should I say, was on a necklace of just some rock star that Javi hated. I know they did this music stuff. They put a lot more music stuff in this scene just so we can get an original song from Chance Perez. We got a song from Javi about love, and I forgot what the song was. You know why? Because it's not on streaming. They haven't released the song yet on streaming. I'm waiting, Power Rangers. This is the ideal opportunity to do so. But yeah, basically, Void Knight comes back. Void Knight got on the computer or so, kind of like an Evox type beat, but managed to come back to life, managed to get enough Sporix to power up his little machine in Area 62 or whatnot to get his wife back, Santora. And also jump scare when Santora came back. It was like the end of an episode. They opened her eyes like, dong, dong. It was very scary. I was nervous. That was one of the rare times I was scared from a moment in Power Rangers. Hey, oh, you scared me, Jesus. Also, this is your first time watching. Hello, I'm Este. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you like Dino Fury as much as I do, subscribe and ring the notification bell. Join the eSquad today. And hey, comment question of the day. Who is your favorite Dino Fury character? And what do you think the future of the show is going to look like for them? Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, Santora came back, and Void Knight, real name Tarek, in his human-esque form, basically tells his wife, like, yo, so I brought you back to life thanks to these Sporix people. Now we can leave Earth and be in love again. And Santora's like, nope, I want revenge on the humans after what they did to us.
Well, well, well. How the turntables...
And she injects herself, essentially, with the power of the Sporix to become Void Queen, which is very interesting change. And then that's when Tarek started to realize, oh, maybe I'm not really that much of a villain, because Void Queen had a plot where turning all the people in the city into trees, and there's this one kid who got turned into a tree, and her father was there like, yo, wake up, honey, wake up. And Tarek was like, oh, this is bad. Like, no, this is actually a bad thing. Like, I know I'm bad because I was getting Sporix at the expense of the city and at the expense of the people. But now, like, people can actually die. And that is not something that Tarek wanted. He told Santora, like, hey, we can leave. Here's a ship. Santora destroys it with her finger. That blew my mind. Like, the spin-off episodes 7, 8, and 9 were honestly, like, my favorite episodes of the season so far. Because it shows that characters, especially villains, can change. And that's a lot about what Dino Fury Season 2 is about. It's about change. We see Ollie, who was once a know-it-all jerk who I absolutely hated last season. He got called out by a scientist friend of his mom's, like, hey, don't you realize, like, you, like, debunking immediately all the ghost stuff, Amelia, like, it hurts her feelings. And Ollie's like, damn, I didn't realize that. And then now we see Ollie and Amelia working together on things, even though they may have two separate viewpoints. They're kind of setting up a romantic relationship there, but I think that's beautiful. Same thing with Ion. When Ion came in, the Tokuders are pissed right now. When Ion came in, he's like, yo, I'm Ion from the past, and you know, my buddy Zato, and I know everything because I was on RAFCON. And they do some searching for RAFCON. There's like stuff in the message that stuff still isn't resolved. I guess we'll have to wait to the end of the season, but they're doing good progress on the RAFCON search. Thinks he's the pro because he's RAFCON, handled the Dino Fury Zords and whatnot, the Dino Fury keys. Turns out he's not. He's still a newbie in some ways, and he's realized that his actions do have consequences when he destroys Zato's weapon out of negligence. It's a lot of negligence against the team. The thing with Izzy, he had an accident and he took all the money to go spend it on himself. He realizes his own negligence and he's learning from that, and I love that for Ion, and especially his character in the show. It's doing so much better for these characters, and it's really progressing them into being better characters in society and the team. Like, this was a big problem I had with Beast Morphers because, for example, Devin was still acting snarky and very jerkish as a leader for him until the very last episode of the show. So I'm glad that we're actually seeing change in these characters, and now we're getting some emotion, especially from Zato, really be sticking his ground as the leader, even though acting is still kind of but you know, I hope we'll work on that. But yeah, Dino Fury Season 2. I love it. We also had the Dino Knight armor, which I want to mention one of the last things here. It came out of nowhere because I think Void Knight, I think we see the last of Void Knight here, and then his shield and whatnot, they turn into the Dino Knight Morpher and Key. And wow, what a coincidence that Tarek uses it to make his Void Knight armor. But basically, Zato gets it, powers up, becomes the Dino Knight or whatnot. I think that was really cool. That whole first scene, even though it was mostly Japanese footage, I thought it was very cool in seeing the music in the season is very intense. It's very well. Still a lot of that rock mixed with that electro feeling. It's better. I'm having an absolute blast with Dino Fury Season 2, even though I really didn't think I was. Low key. Like, after Season 1, I was like, I was kind of worried after seeing Dino Charge and now Supercharged. I was like, maybe it might go downhill from here. But actually, there's a lot of excitement right now inside of me, and I can't wait to see what they do for the rest of the season. So that is it for today's video. What do you guys think about Dino Fury Season 2? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Dinofuego. I'm also on Instagram, Fuego. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're at. And of course, as always, stay on.